As we've mentioned on this website, you have both the runoff mitigation, and if we scroll down, we have information about the spray drift as well. And in both sections, you have the spray drift and runoff mitigation calculator listed, and that website is now on your screen. That will take you directly to the spreadsheet that you can use to plug in the information that would be helpful. So if we're to click this, it gives us our download of that spreadsheet, which then takes us to our spreadsheet. Now you may get this, do you want to enable editing? Yes. Mine originally said, do you believe this to be a safe file? I would say yes. And on your first tab that says README, this gives you important information about what you need to do. It's telling you where do you find this information, that this is only for individual fields. It's going to give you information about droplet size. There's lots of things in here to read, so make sure that you go ahead and read through that. But then we're going to go into each of the individual tabs. So you can see that runoff is a tab down here. Drift is a tab right here. So if we go to drift, now we're going to be able to start putting things in. So remember, this is if the label tells you that you have a drift, an ecological drift, and you may use the mitigation menu to reduce that drift. And then all you're going to do is start filling out the section. So this is Albert Gator going to do this, and we're doing this on May 1st, 2025. And then this is field 4, block 10, however you define it. And then you're going to go in here, and wherever it says hyperlink, that will take you back to the website for a description. So, do the planned application conditions fit any of this? We're doing micro sprinklers, drip taste, in-furrow rows. So let's say yes. Well, now it says no ecological spray drift buffer is needed. You're done. If you have any of the things listed here, you don't have to have that extra drift buffer. You still must follow anything that the label says for a hard set buffer, but your ecological buffer is a no. And then you would do the same thing through each section. Are any of your places within so many feet of these set aside areas? If it is, no drift is needed. Or if it's no, now you start getting into information you need from the label. So what is the spray buffer distance that you're given? It's 350 feet. What is the minimum spray droplet size that's indicated on the label? Fine, medium, coarse. Let's say the minimum listed is medium. What is the droplet size you are planning? Well, let's say it's very coarse or coarser. All right, so the maximum buffer identified, coarse or coarser droplet, is 15 feet and is used to calculate. So now we start to get some more information. And you can see the areas you need to fill in those. Come over here, fill in anything here. You're going to get that information from a label, and the goal is to start reducing this. And if you're able to reduce that, that may open more of your field to spraying. Up front, you have the ground boom. And then if you scroll here, you have aerial buffer and air blast buffer. So read through, start playing with the system, start thinking about products that you have now, and start looking at how you might be able to reduce the amount of spray. So the width of my spray, I'm treating a width that's larger than 200 feet up to 400 feet, 4 to 10 acres. All right, so that gives me my percent reduction. I'm using a low boom. I'm very close to the cell. For herbicide application, are you using a drift reduction agent? Yes, I am. And then any of these are going to continually reduce that buffer. So that gives you some idea of how to start using this system.